I'm back, Gen X Gamer here, with a brand new series called ATC Pro. I've been wanting to bring this to the channel. Unfortunately, I had all those computer issues. Yep, created a big mess, right? So now I finally got things straightened back around. I've been able to kind of mess with this a little bit for the last 3 weeks. I mean, not where I'm an expert or anything like that. I've got a lot to learn. But I think I got some of the fundamentals down. Some of them. As you will see. But this is the most comprehensive air traffic control simulator that I've ever seen, and the research I've done on it. It was developed by air traffic controllers, so it's like the closest thing that there is out there. And it is a few years old now. It may be, I don't know what it is, 4, 5, 6 years old. I don't know, but it's got some age to it. But it's really, really good, and I wanted to bring it here. Now, it's not going to have the visuals of planes coming in and out of airports like Tower 3D Pro does, but this is a true simulation. Let me just show you just real quick before I get rolling, because I'm going to give this a, what do they call it, the college try, or as my British friends would say, give it a go, right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give it a go and see how I do. But there's like, I don't know, 100 different commands. I don't know a lot of them, so that's probably going to be interesting. I still got to try and get a hold of some manuals for this thing. I know there's YouTube tutorials, but not everything is covered, not every single command. And there's probably so much more that could be utilized than what I'm going to utilize today. But we're at Albuquerque Airport, Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'm going to be controlling the south end of the airport, arrivals and departures, and also overflights. Let's see, the type of aircraft we have general aviation, military, we have commercial, we also have corporate. There might be some others too, but that's, the basics there. So I'm really excited to get this going. Let me show you also, of course, I'm using a second screen, which comes in handy, but this is the radio communications page I'll have up on my other screen. You can simply select, and I can listen to north approach and departure. I can listen to the tower if I want to. Albuquerque centers, all the different Albuquerque center frequencies. So that's all on that radio page. You also have what's known as a communications history page that you can utilize. This comes in handy if you're brand new like me, so that you can see some of the call signs, and you know how to call the aircraft properly and that kind of thing. You can refer back to it, what instructions you've given or what you haven't given. You get 5 or 6 aircraft flying around, you can easily get confused, especially being brand new. Also, you have your strip, your arrivals, your departures. And let me just show you just really quick here some of this information on the strip. Southwest 2397, that's how you have to call it. You cannot call it Southwest 2397 like you would in Tower 3D Pro. But also, shows what it is. Boeing 737-300 series, I believe, is what that would be. The directions here, the flight plan of this Southwest flight is to go to the Manzano 2 departure, which is right here. If you look up here at the top, that's what I have selected, the Manzano 2, so I can see that departure. He's going direct to Uglu first, which is right here, Uglu. Then he's going to the Manzano 2. Then he's going to FAT, which is called Fat T's. So he's going to head over here to Fat T's, where I need to hand him off in this area here. So hopefully that makes sense by looking at this strip here. You have also, let's see here. You have an arrival here that is heading towards KAEG, which is this airport here. And I pray to God I have my mouse recording so you guys can see this as I am feverishly circling the airport over here. So hopefully that makes sense. So that comes in handy, having that over here on my second screen. Now, I've recorded this video a couple times. I've tried to actually run air traffic control and explain stuff at the same time, and it just got too crazy, and I was making mistakes. So I'm going to focus on what I need to be doing first, and if I can interject something, I'll interject something. We're probably going to go maybe about a half hour, just kind of see how this rolls. So hopefully you guys enjoy this first episode of ATC Pro on this channel. I'm going to unpause, and what we need to do is hit Shift and Enter, and what that's going to do is that is going to allow...
Aero Commander 6 Delta Papa Fly heading 340, descend and maintain 8,800.
Allow us to get a...
340, descending to 8,800, Aero Commander 6 Delta Papa.
A briefing from the previous controller that we
Southwest
are relieving.
2397, climb and maintain flight level 200.
That's him giving instructions right now.
Southwest 2397.
Okay, here we go. Shift Enter.
Albuquerque Airport is VFR, operating east flow. Altimeter is 2988, fully staffed. Runways 8123 in use. Climbing Southwest 2397 to flight level 200. Okay, your scope.
Okay, so we have an east flow. Let me pause it just real quick. Right here, this is the airport. This is runway 8 going this way. This is runway 3 going this way. Another way that you know that is you can look over here and see what degrees. We're going 80 degrees this way. Runway 8. If I get rid of the top bar. If you don't know how to do that, that would be F1. It took me forever to figure that out. F1. The other runway is 030, which is runway 3. Okay, so that is what we have going on there. Just thought I'd explain that briefly. Over here to the left, we have our flight plans. We have a Sky West that is getting ready to take off. They could be still at the terminal. They could still be boarding. They could be getting ready to taxi. Not really sure. Air Shuttle 5668. And then we also have what might be more of a private general aviation plane here, possibly. I'm sure there's a way to figure out what the time is for these takeoffs. It's probably, if we go over here to this computer screen here at the bottom right, click on it. In fact, I know there's a way that we can see this. We have all our facility information. We have, and this is our 2-character fixed adaptation. So like you could see down here, Doom, What Up, those all show up here. You can get the pronunciation to these by going over here to pronunciation. Go through here, and I can go to What Up. Okay, there's What Up, and that's how it's said, What Up. If we look over here at FAT, like I know that is called Fat T's. That is the terminology I would use on the radio. And we look here, Fat T's. Fiery is fiery. Folks you is literally folks you. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. We can also see our aircraft, put in whatever we want to put in for aircraft to see exactly what that aircraft is. If it was like what we have here, let's go ahead and take a look here. You can't really see it really good, but on the arrival board, we have AC6LU. So I can go in here and go AC6L, and it's going to bring it up what it is. Okay, Aerial Commander 680FL Grand Commander is the type of plane. So that is how you can check that stuff out. Now, airports, you can go in here to airports, and you could see all kinds of airport information. So if we were to look at Albuquerque International Sunport, which is what we are controlling today, we could see departing and arrivals. Let's see, excuse me. Departing on 8 and arriving on 8 is what we have going on there. And then also runway 3 today. So let's see. If I were to go to, there is a way to see the, oh, right here. Right here it is. Here is your filed departures. So you can see with the Zulu time. 21:26 Zulu for the SkyWest. It's at 21:25, so they are literally ready to take off. And we could also see the air shuttle is at 21:38, so another 13 minutes. So that's how that would all work. Hope that makes sense. Now the video is probably going to go longer than a half hour, but that is okay. All right, here we go. We're going to unpause and continue. So we have Southwest 2397. The last controller gave it instructions to go to flight level 200, as we can see here. And that's what it's doing, excuse me. It's at 10,000 climbing through flight level 200. And we have to make sure that
Airport in sight, Aero Commander 6 Delta Papa.
we have to make sure our flight levels are high enough so that when they go into these areas, they are not in danger of crashing into mountains. Could be radio towers, any of those sorts of things. So, like Tennessee, for example, they have radio towers on top of mountains. So you have to know what flight level they need to be at. So he is still climbing, and I can give him this command also. Southwest 2397, expedite climb.
Expediting Southwest 2397.
All right, so we have him expediting up to flight level 200. And we're going to have that that SkyWest should be taking off here shortly. And we'll see if he ends up going into our airspace or if he's going north. I'm not sure. And then also, I will show you guys how we hand off Southwest 2397 to the center controller. Being in this direction, it'll be this frequency right here is what we will do. So my previous episodes, when I was recording, I was being bombarded with traffic. Right now, it's actually somewhat calm, so who knows, right? All right, so it looks like...
Departure, good afternoon. SkyWest 5278 is with you, climbing out of 6,200 for 9,000.
Okay, so let's look at this really close here, or real quick, I should say. Boy, I can't talk today. SkyWest 5278 is also going the same exact departure. So we're going to give him the same vectors here, okay? SkyWest 5278, radar contact, proceed direct to Yuglu, join the Manzano 2 departure.
Direct Yuglu, join the Manzano 2 departure, SkyWest 5278.
All right, I hope that makes sense, guys. Proceed direct to Yuglu, join the Manzano 2 departure. And then Southwest, let's get ready to hand him off. Now, what you have to do on the keyboard is hit C. It pops a little C over here on the left part of your screen between heading 240 and 250. And you would then, the screen begins to blink. It would typically then allow you to select it. It puts a C in there. And then it turns green to let you know that the center controller is now ready for the handoff. So it would blink like this. Once it turns green, you know that they're ready for the handoff. Albuquerque Center 133 points. Geez, Southwest 2397 Albuquerque. Contact Albuquerque Center on 133.65. Southwest 2397. Contact Albuquerque Center on 133.65. There we go.
133.65. Good day, Southwest 2397.
Okay, so now they have contacted Albuquerque Center. SkyWest is now hitting Ugloo. I'm going to go ahead and give him instructions to climb and maintain flight level 200. SkyWest 5278, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Flight level 200, SkyWest 5278.
All right, and there they go. So hopefully that makes sense. I'll get better at this as time goes, as I'm able to mess with it more. But it's actually pretty doggone fun. I consider it a memory exercise, a brain exercise, a memory muscle, whatever exercise to try and keep me young. Which every passing day proves me wrong. Oh, boy. All right, so that's what we have going on there. Just see if there's anything else I can explain. Now, you also have... Okay, this airport, KAEG, is this one here. Mid-Valley Park is this one here. And then Alexander Municipal is going to be this one here. And sometimes we get calls from those also. So we have to negotiate those also. And Lord knows if I can remember how to do that properly. But if it happens, we'll give it the old try, right? So we got SkyWest 5278 right now at 11,900 climbing through flight level 200. So if you're enjoying this episode, be sure to hit that like, that bell, that sub. Greatly appreciate it. If you're interested in flight simulation, jets, planes, any of that stuff, I'm just a big flight buff, period. Love flying, love all of it. So it's definitely in my wheelhouse. Everything looking good there. Now we have this plane over here coming through. Looks like it's going to enter our area. And letting them know that I'm ready for the handoff.
Challenger November 7673 Romeo is with you, descending out of 16,900 for 15,000 with information Tango.
Challenger 73 Romeo, radar contact. All right, let's go ahead and hand off SkyWest 5278. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over, hit C on the keyboard. And actually, it's automatically doing it right now. I'm not exactly sure why it's automatically doing it, because I normally have to hit C and go through the process, but it's automatically doing it. SkyWest 5278, contact Albuquerque Center on 133.65.
Albuquerque Center on 133.65, SkyWest 5278.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and contact Albuquerque Center. Let's bring up our board here, our strip, and we see here that this CL30 is coming in on the Coulter arrival. So I'm going to hit F1 up here. We're going to select Coulter, and we can see that arrival pattern here. And he is going to Albuquerque Airport, our airport. So what we're going to do is we're going to vector him in on runway 3 right here. We're going to do a visual approach. All right. So as soon as he crosses into our airspace, we'll start to give him some instruction here. I'm glad it's kind of calm because now I'm able to kind of explain this stuff a little bit without being overwhelmed and making a ton of errors. Challenger 73 Romeo, descend and maintain 10,000.
10,000 Challenger 73 Romeo.
All right, so we're going to descend him to 10,000. We're going to also give him vectors for a visual approach on runway 3. Challengers 73 Romeo, expect vectors for visual approach runway 3. Approved.
Expect vectors for the visual for 3 Challenger 73 Romeo.
All right. So he is definitely descending down to altitude of 10,000. Also, we have to pay attention in here. It's 9,200. Over here, it's 8,700. And once we get him into here, we can start to get him down to around 8,000 safely. But I like to keep him around 10,000 because when these jets take off here from the airport, they're typically, when I make contact with them, they're typically around 6,000 and they're headed to 9,000. So it gives me that 1,000, that buffer of 1,000 in altitude. If that makes sense to y'all. We're going to give him some instruction here. We're going to have him turn left heading 250. Challenger 73 Romeo, turn left heading 250, report airport in sight.
Left 250 looking for the airport Challenger 73 Romeo.
Okay, so we're going to have him make that turn. Once he has a visual on the airport, he will let me know. But it is crazy how in-depth this is. It can get pretty crazy. It can get pretty crazy. And
airport
again,
inside Challenger 73 Romeo.
And again, I'm only controlling the south end. You know, if I was controlling the north end, it would be pretty busy. But I was hoping to be able to explain some stuff, and I failed in all the other videos, but it's working out in this one. So hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of the tutorial of this. And another thing I want to do is I want to start to have him reduce his speed. Let's see if we can do that. Challenger 73 Romeo, reduce speed to 220 knots.
220 Challenger 73 Romeo.
That way he is under 250 knots as we descend him further. Let's see. Challenger 73 Romeo, turn left heading 240.
Heading 240 Challenger 73 Romeo.
All right. Looking good there. We have on our flight plans reported, we have a Southwest. And it looks like a couple other possibly private planes that are going to be taking off. All right, he's cleared that zone. Let's descend him down to 8,000. Challenger 73 Romeo, descend and maintain 8,000. Turn right, heading 300.
Descend and maintain 8,300, Challenger 73 Romeo.
Now, another thing to keep in mind is you can give up to 3 commands at one time. You can't do any more than 3 commands. It's just a limitation in this simulator. So we got him headed down to 8,000. Looks like we have a plane taking off right now. Looks like the air shuttle.
ATC departure. Good afternoon. Air Shuttle 5668 is with you out of 6,200 for 900,000.
Okay, so we'll take a look at our strip here. Air Shuttle has filed for a Monsanto 2 departure going to What Up. Okay, and What Up is down here, right there. Air Shuttle 5668 radar contact. Proceed direct to Ugloo. Join the Monsanto 2 departure.
Direct Ugloo. Join the Monsanto 2 departure. Air Shuttle 5668.
Okay. And then let's go ahead and Challenger 73, reduce speed 180 knots.
Slowly to 180, Challenger 73 Romeo.
Challenger 73 Romeo, turn right, heading 030.
Heading 030, Challenger 73 Romeo.
All right, so he snuck up on me pretty quick with me explaining what was going on with the Air Shuttle. Typically, I would have given him approval for the visual approach before that point. But he'll be fine. Challenger 73 Romeo, turn right, heading 050.
050, Challenger 73 Romeo.
Challenger 73 Romeo, descend and maintain 7,000.
Down to 7,000, Challenger 73 Romeo.
Challenger 73 Romeo, clear for visual approach, runway 3.
Verify runway for Challenger 73 Romeo. We don't show that is active.
Should be. Challenger 73 Romeo. Challenger 73 Romeo, cleared for visual approach, runway 3.
Cleared for the visual approach for runway 3, Challenger 73 Romeo.
Okay, that was weird. Never had that happen. Of course, I haven't played this that long. So he's probably going to circle around. He's probably too high. So we'll see what happens there. Air Shuttle 5668, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climb and maintain flight level 200, Air Shuttle 5668.
Okay, we got one that's being handed off from the north controller here. We'll click on that. And then the center controller, we'll click on that one. And we have another one here. We'll click on that one.
Albuquerque departure. Good afternoon, King Air November 700 Zulu. November is with you at 8,000.
Albuquerque approach. Good afternoon, Cessna November 456 Sierra Golf is with you at 13,000.
Albuquerque departure. Good afternoon, Queen Air November 4760. Mike is with you 10,400 for 11,000.
Queen Air 0 Zulu November, radar contact. Cessna 6 Sierra Golf, radar contact. Queen Air 60 Mike, radar contact. All right, we got those. See where this one's going here. Okay, so this one is headed towards Levan arrival, which is going to lead him in towards a visual approach here, runway 4 at Double Eagle. This guy here, I want to get him higher. King Air 0 Zulu November, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Flight level 200, King Air 0 Zulu, November.
All right, he's just crossing through. We'll hand him off to the center controller. Queen Air 60 Mike, contact Albuquerque Center at 124.32.
Albuquerque Center on 124.32 Queen Air 60 Mike.
Okay, so far everything looks kosher. Cessna 6 Sierra Golf, descend and maintain 8,500.
Down to 8,500, Cessna 6 Sierra Golf.
Cessna 6 Sierra Golf, expect vectors for visual approach, runway 4 approved.
Expect vectors for the visual for 4 Cessna 6 Sierra Golf.
Okay, and let's see, this guy here is headed towards Doom, so we're going to vector him over. King Air 0 Zulu, November, turned right, heading 190.
190, King Air 0 Zulu, November.
Yeah, if you're not paying attention, I mean, they're moving at a pretty good clip. May not seem like it, but they actually are. So you'll get, penalized for, or corrected, I should say, by the control instructor if you forget to hand a plane off, if you are flying them too low in a particular area, all that good stuff. So keeps you on your toes. All right. Hopefully y'all are having a good Friday. It's nice, sunny, and hot where I live. Hopefully you're got some plans for the weekend. Have some fun. Get outside. Get outside. Enjoy the fresh air. Enjoy God's creation. One of my other hobbies, I don't know if it has to do with flying or what, but I love birds, man. I love birds. So if you guys and gals love birds, let me know, because I just love watching them putting out feeders. I've literally hand-fed birds, chipmunks, all that kind of craziness. People look at me like, oh my goodness, you're absolutely nuts, but I don't know, I just love it. Air Shuttle 5668, contact Albuquerque Center 124.32.
124.32, Air Shuttle 5668.
Cessna 6 Sierra Golf, contact Albuquerque approach on 127.4.
Albuquerque on 127.4, good day, Cessna 6 Sierra Golf.
King Air 0 Zulu, November, turn left, heading 170.
Left to 170, King Air 0 Zulu, November.
All right, we'll get the King Air out of here shortly, and I think we'll call it an episode. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you did, if you didn't. If it looks boring or if it looks kind of cool. There is just so much to this. I'm probably going to just continue making these videos because I love this stuff. So hopefully there'll be enough people that love it too and will gravitate towards it. And I'll get better and better each and every time, I am sure. And I'll also put in the description where you can purchase this. It is a little pricey. It's like $60.
Albuquerque departure, good afternoon. Mustang, November 881 Romeo. Golf is with you out of 6,300 for 9,000.
It is $60. However, I think it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it if you're into aviation or aviation simulation, ATC, and any of that stuff. Definitely worth it. And I love that it has real-world airlines in it, Real-world airlines. They sound like pilots. They don't sound all computerized and janky. There's that word again, janky. Word of the day. Okay, let's deal with this airplane that just took off. Mustang 1 Romeo Golf for radar contact. And we'll just look real brief here at our departures, and there it is. It's a C510, and again, we can look that up by hitting this little computer symbol. Bring that up. Let me slide that over. We go to aircraft, and you simply just type that in, and we'll see what it is that we are dealing with. C510. Okay, Cessna Citation Mustang. That's what it is, a Cessna. Okay, so nice. There's just a ton of planes in here too, by the way, a ton of them, which is pretty cool. So we're dealing with a Cessna, and they take a while to climb, so you have to be very, very careful. This Cessna is going to Daddy. So right here, and we have some high altitude area here. So he has got to climb and definitely gain altitude through here. Mustang 1 Romeo Golf. Climb and maintain 1-2000.
Up to 1-2000 Mustang 1 Romeo Golf.
Okay, and now we got to hand this one off. So I'm going to hit C. It brings it up over here. And then you would click on it. That would technically let the center controller know that you're ready to hand off. When it turns green, they're ready to hand off. And we'll go ahead and do that. King Air 0 Zulu November. Contact Albuquerque Center at 124.32.
124.32, good digging, Air 0 Zulu, November.
Okay, and they're handed off. Again, I'm not sure why it's doing it automatically. I don't know if they updated it to do that, or if it's a setting that got switched. I don't know. But typically you have to do it manually. This whole episode, it's automatically done it. So, not sure. If anyone else does this simulator and knows the answer to that, let me know. All right, King Air is definitely climbing, and I think we're okay to have them proceed to Daddy. I think they will gain enough altitude by the time they hit that area. So we'll go ahead and do that. Mustang 1 Romeo Golf, proceed direct to Daddy.
Did you want to date me for Mustang 1 Romeo Golf?
Now, sometimes it does that, where it just doesn't get the pronunciation, so we'll do it again. Mustang 1 Romeo Golf, proceed direct to Daddy.
Direct Daddy, Mustang 1 Romeo Golf.
Mustang 1 Romeo Golf, climb and maintain flight level 200.
Climbing flight level 200, Mustang 1 Romeo Golf.
All right, so he's going to go ahead and climb up to flight level 200, which is 20,000, and proceed direct to Daddy. All right, I think we're going to call it an episode right there. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, it is ATC Pro. And I will put in the description where you can get it. I think YouTube probably won't let me put a link for it. I don't know. I'm not a YouTube expert either. I'm just here having fun, guys and gals. I'm just here having fun. But until next time, this is Gen X Gamer signing off. Take care, God bless, and yeah, bye-bye now. Mustang 1 Romeo Golf, expedite climb.
Expediting Mustang 1 Romeo Golf.